figured it'd be all right.
Well, what is it? I'm a busy man.
It's my request for transfer, sir.
Oh, yes, that silly business. Dennis Patrick O'Finn, age 40, bachelor, 12 years in uniform, on the beat, 7 years in the homicide division, present rank detective first class. Requested transfer to arson squad. O'Finn, do you even know what the arson squad does?
It investigates fires, sir.
Good. Reasons for request. Personal. Would you mind explaining that, O'Finn?
It's private and personal, Captain.
O'Finn, you're 7 years in the homicide division. You're no Sherlock Holmes, but you seem to have the luck of the Irish. So you've done a good job. We don't need anybody in arson. So why should I transfer you?
Please, Captain. It's a matter of life and death.
Explain.
Do I have to?
If you want the transfer.
Will you keep this confidential?
Of course I will.
Word of honor?
Word of honor.
Well then, Captain, it was like this. There's this house, you see, 909 Sycamore. A house about 100 years old, but it was right straight across the apartment building where I live. Now in this house, there were 5 old spinster ladies. Peeping Toms, that's what they were.
Elizabeth, what's he doing now? He's here. He is under the shadow. He's got a mark on his shoulder. Oh, clear as day, honey. It's a beautiful strawberry mark.
I want to see it for myself.
He has such big muscles. Oh, goodness me. You know what he's doing now?
What?
Tell us.
What kind? With big dumbbells. He's swinging them up and down and out and back.
Oh, I can just picture.
Oh, you should see his chest.
I want to see it with my own eyes.
Now he's squaring his shoulders. Oh, his shoulders are so broad.
Don't ignore us, Elizabeth.
Now he's flexing his biceps. They're swelling up and up and up.
Give me the binoculars. We should all have chairs. We will have my binoculars, and it's my window because it's my home. But it's my turn.
Never mind now. He finished with his exercises. It was a grand sight. If only we could just afford more powerful binoculars.
Thank you, boys. I'd like to read.
We don't even know what color his eyes are.
Well, if you don't know, no one knows. You're the one with binoculars most of the time. I'd like to hear his voice, too.
Well, how can we get close to him unless we actually go across the street?
And what next?
We pay him when they will visit.
Nice ladies do not go visiting gentlemen.
Well, it's
It is improper to invite someone to tea before you've been formally introduced.
Well, what can we do then?
We'll have to make him come over here and visit us. We'll have to arrange it somehow.
How?
If you were a plumber, we could stop up the sink.
If he were an electrician, we could blow a fuse.
But he's not a plumber or an electrician. He's a detective in homicide.
How can we arrange for detective and homicide to come to this house?
It's that simple. All we need is a body.
What?
A dead body, that is. Well, how on earth? A body.
I wasn't there, Captain, but that's the shade of.
Are you trying to tell me it was for your charming company that...
I'm not meaning to boast, Captain. I wouldn't have believed it myself. But the poor dears were so desperately lonesome. Spinsters, every one. Getting a little old and touched in the head.
I think I still have the report around here somewhere. Cleaver!
What's up?
Where is Ophin's report?
Oh, yeah, see, about that report, I was in the department bathroom and I ran out of toilet paper. That report was on.
Hey! That's it. You're going to traffic.
Traffic can't do this to me. Traffic.
You heard me? That report's a Beaumont immediately.
Beaumont? Where the hell is Beaumont?
I don't have a report right now, Ophin. You're going to have to refresh my memory.
Well, it wasn't long, sir, before there was a dead body, sure enough. But by the time they called homicide and Kramer and I got there, well, the scene of the crime looked like, well, like nothing I'd ever seen before.
Does she look pretty? I must admit it was very generous of you all to give her the nicest things to wear.
She deserves it.
Wasn't it nice of her giving us the chance to make Mr. Ophid?
Yes, that's why I sacrificed my precious pearls.
Isn't my hat becoming to her?
Do you think they'll bury her in my feather bowl?
I suppose so. Oh, such a shame. Those pretty things gone to waste. No, I didn't mean that. Forgive and forget. I'll just give her a little whiff of my perfume she was always trying to steal.
It must be him.
I'm going to swoon. Don't you dare! Now line up for introduction and behave yourselves. And watch out for those dishes I dropped. Remember the rule. Nothing must be touched at the scene of the crime.
We touched the body.
We had to. Elizabeth got herself poisoned in her Woodstone house dress.
Is somebody going to get the door? I will. Oh, we thought Mr. O'Finn was coming.
My name is Kramer. Ophin's parked the car.
Sorry, little girl, we don't want any girls to...
And that, Captain, was when I walked into the trap. Well, what have we here?
Mr. O'Finn?
That's myself. Now, is this the house where the lady died?
It is.
Where's the body?
Oh, isn't he masterful? I'm Hildegard Hodge, Mr. O'Finn. This is my house. I'm the one who called it.
How do you do?
You poor boy. You look a little peaked. Haven't been eating the right things, have you? That's the way it is with you bachelors.
Bachelor?
You're not married, are you?
Well, no.
Good. Then you're unattached.
Now listen, lady. You're not supposed to be the one asking questions here. I am. Where's the body?
First, you meet my boarders. This is Amanda Abernathy.
Oh, Mr. O'Finn, you're strong. Squeeze a little harder.
What?
My little brute.
Honestly?
Wait, even. You'll know your own strength.
I'm Missy Long, Mr. O'Finn. You remind me of my pervert.
Who?
An old foe of mine. But he's dead now.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear
Oh,
that.
that's all right. I'm not worried now. Besides, he wasn't nearly as handsome as you are, Mr. O'Finn. Oh, Mr. O'Finn, you are handsome.
No, Lucy, you were a bold hussy. I can't ignore it. Oh.
Oh, somebody get her a glass of water.
Did you catch me if I swooned?
Well, I guess so.
Musky arms.
Then, show him Elizabeth.
This is Elizabeth Ellsworth. This is Elizabeth Ellsworth.
Is
Call the meat wagon. Probably a heart attack or something. Ladies, I'm afraid you made a mistake with Tom's homicide. You see, every time somebody keels over dead, we're not supposed to come and look at the body. It's only if it happens under suspicious circumstances. Natural death isn't in our line of work. Let's go, Kramer.
But this wasn't a natural death.
She was poisoned.
Murder!
What? Who said she was murdered?
We all do.
What makes you think so?
Well, Elizabeth was just as strong and as healthy as a horse. She didn't just keel over. You have that doctor do what's that they do? An autopsy. That's right, an autopsy. And then you'll see.
What makes you so sure? Who did it? Did you all do it together?
Oh, I did it.
I didn't either.
You're the detective. You're supposed to find out who did it.
Now wait a minute. You're sure there was a murder, are you? And you didn't all do it together, but you all know which one of you did.
Oh, no, we don't know.
It's a mystery.
Right.
One who did it knows, of course.
Oh, yes, she knows, but nobody else.
Kramer! They played a game or what?
One thing for sure, that's a real body.
Well, then maybe we better get the facts just in case.
Boss.
All right, ladies. I'm going to ask you a few questions.
Oh, we're gonna get the 3rd degree.
We'll start with the one. You didn't find it here, decked out like this.
Oh, no. We had to dress Elizabeth up for the occasion.
Occasion? What occasion?
Gentlemen callers.
Oh, yes, right.
We couldn't just leave Elizabeth all lying on the floor in her old house dress with gentlemen coming.
If there's been a murder, then nothing should be touched at the scene of the crime.
Isn't he wonderful when he's mad?
I told you so. We didn't do it right.
Oh, we didn't touch everything. There are the dishes that Hildegard dropped when she discovered the body.
You discovered the body,
Yes, I was bringing in the tea things and I saw Elizabeth on the floor.
and you were so surprised you dropped the dishes.
And she screamed. We heard her upstairs.
We kind of knew what it meant.
What is all this? Kramer, pick up those dishes, put them in a box, and label them Exhibit A.
Where will I get a boss?
In the kitchen, that way.
Now, there's been a murder, has there? And one of you in this room committed the murder.
Who else?
Now, the thing to look for in any murder is motive. Who would want to murder this poor old lady here?
Somebody had to be murdered, and I'm glad it was Elizabeth.
So, and what did you have against Elizabeth?
She was selfish with binoculars.
Binoculars? What's this about binoculars?
Necky, shame on you!
I'm sorry!
Come on now. Out. What's this business about binoculars?
That's what they're talking about.
Well, here they are. But what do they mean?
Oh, we can't tell you that, dearie.
Trevor, what do you think?
Using the liquor. Hey, little pin. Long distance specs like those, I used to look at things outside.
Huh? The only thing I can see from here is my apartment building. I can even see my own window.
Ladies, it's time for tea! Help me in the kitchen!
Pin of 10. I just made a brilliant deduction. Don't you?
What are you talking about?
You're supposed to be a detective, but it's your modesty that's blinding you. Now here are these poor old ladies with nothing to do all day but sit around. Now one of them has a pair of these sailor's glasses, so what do they do with it? They mind everybody else's business because they don't have any of their own. Now, right across the street, what do they see? A window. What's inside that window? A man. What
finer specimen of manhood is it than an Irish cock. Ah, you are a sight to behold, Dennis O'Finn. You're all in love with you.
Shut up!
Now, how can these poor old biddies lure you across the street? You, a detective in homicide. Elementary, my dear O'Finn.
It's a dirty lie!
You're the motive for this murder.
You can't prove that.
You want proof? Well, here it comes.
We're having a tea party, Mr. O'Finn. Don't you worry, Mr. O'Finn. We opened up a fresh package of tea. I'm sure there's no rat poison in this. But, there's only 5 cups, so there isn't enough for Mr. Kramer.
I can take a hint. 5 is company, 6 is the crowd. I think I'll have a beer on my way out. Ta-ta, Dennis, darling. You don't have too much tea. It's terribly strong stuff.
Kramer was right. They committed the murder just to lure you into their house.
Seems like it, Captain.
Did you conduct an investigation?
I did. There was arsenic rat poison in the house. Poor lady always snuck down in the middle of the afternoon for an extra cup of tea. Somebody must have put it in her cup and it was waiting for her.
Well, who was guilty?
Well, now that wasn't easy to find out. They didn't want to help me much because they wanted me to stick around. So I tried a bit of strategy. I told them I decided there hadn't been a murder after all, and that I wasn't coming back.
How did that strategy work?
Miserable, Captain. Miserable.
It's been a whole week now. A whole week. And not a glimpse of him. Going in and out of his apartment the back way. Keeping his shades down. We ought to complain to the police. We don't want to get Mr. O'Finn in trouble. Well, Elizabeth Levy was murdered, and we ought to be over here right this minute investigating.
We're just going to have to do what we talked about then.
You mean we need another murder?
Well, Mr. O'Finn couldn't just pretend that 2 ladies poisoned in the same house was just a coincidence.
Oh, dear. Who shall it be, Nettie?
She's the most convenient. She always locks one down for tea.
What a shame. She's the only one who I really like.
If you'd rather we use you, dear,
Well, I wouldn't want to miss all the fun when Mr. O'Finn comes back.
it'll have to be Nettie then.
Well, after this, I'd like to get some new orders. I'd rather poison a stranger anytime.
Do we have any more rat poison? Mr. O'Finn took our old bottle for Exhibit B.
I want a new one.
Fine, go get it, Hildegard. I have a suggestion. Let's all hide our eyes and we can all go to the tea table one at a time, and whoever poisoned Elizabeth can put a spoonful of poison into Nettie's cup.
Oh, goody. Then it will still be a mystery. Let's hurry before Nettie gets home.
All right, who's going first?
Well, it was your idea.
All right, I'm going. Which one is Nettie's cup?
The one with the chip in the rim. I can't afford to always be buying new cups.
For pity's sake, Amanda, put the poison in the right cup.
What a perfect chance for a double cross. How do you like that? A double cross. A slaying among criminals. Well, I couldn't poison anybody. I couldn't even poison a rat.
Oh, don't play innocent. Are you finished?
Yes, I'm back home now. It's your turn, Lucy.
before Nettie comes down.
I think I hear her coming down the front stairs.
Good morning, Elizabeth. Good morning. Oh, you started without me again. I hope you saved your body some tea.
So they committed another murder, did they, Elfin?
That they did, Captain. And don't think I didn't take it to heart, being voted for murder like I was. Well, they put in another call for me. Kramer and I went back to the house. And you might have noted, there they were again, in their reception line, waiting.
It's about time you showed up, Elfin. You should know by now this is our regular Tuesday stop.
Another one, eh?
That's right, Mr. Open. There's a murderer loose and we demand police protection.
Seems to me like the police need the protection. But do you see what happens, Elfin? When you neglect your duty to come by this house every day, something always seems to slip into the tea when you're not here.
Ah, you need to remind me, Kramer. But this time, I'm not leaving until I find out who did it.
Wonderful. Mr. Open's going to stay here with us.
You think that would be proper? We've always had just lady boarders.
It's up to me to decide what's proper in this house.
Oh, please, Hildegard, let him stay. There are 2 rooms vacant now, and he could have his choice.
Oh, well, we could see to it that he eats all the right things. But he'd have to pay just like anyone else. In fact, he'd have to pay double because he's eaten twice as much.
Hildegard, you're so mercenary.
I'm a poor woman.
Poor, you're an old miser.
Well, if Mr. Open has to pay double, then he could have both rooms, and one of them could be his gymnasium, and he could watch him exercise and see his strawberry mark again.
Ladies, stop. Let's get down to business. Kramer, will you check and make sure we have a dead body?
Oh, she's dead all right. We can guarantee that.
Well, thank you. All right, ladies, I want your attention. There will be no more tea parties. There's been another murder, and I want to know who did it.
We don't know who did it. We all hid our eyes.
Kramer! What kind of malarkey are they handing me now?
Well, don't you see, Elfin? They're playing games. Like, hide and seek. And you're it, pal. Come on, it's like they said. Have you no imagination, man? One of them hid their eyes, while one of them committed the murder. Sure, isn't that how all murders are committed nowadays?
They're too dangerous to run loose. I'm going to call the paddy wagon and have them all locked up.
Ah, you can't do that. You gotta have evidence.
What evidence do I have?
Well, we saw Exhibit A from the first murder. A bunch of broken cups and saucers.
You see how cooperative we are, Mr. Open? He saved him for you.
It's a good thing you did, or I'd have you all in a clink for destroying evidence.
Is it really evidence?
Clue?
That's right.
What does it mean?
That's what I'd like to know, Ben. What does it mean?
Now don't try to confuse me, Kramer. It's just that, well, she dropped him in surprise when she found that first body.
So what?
Well, that's the fun thing. See, here's a whole set of dishes, cups, and saucers. Broken. But you weren't short of dishes at all, Miss Hildegard. On the day of the first murder, when I stayed and drank tea with you ladies, you brought out another set.
Oh, yes. I used my best set for you, Mr. O'Finn.
I see. This is your best set here on the table now.
Oh, no. But I'll use my best set every day you're here with us, Mr. O'Finn.
Because every day with you is a special one.
Hold everything. Don't be getting me off track. So your best dishes are still in the cupboard, and your second best are here at the table now. And that means that these in this box must have been your third best. Aha!
Ah, you onto something, Open?
I may be, Kramer. I may be a bet. Miss Lucy,
Yes, Mr. Open.
I have a question to put to you. Miss Lucy, let me ask you a question about this house. On days that aren't very important, days where there are no visitors coming, do you normally drink in cups without candles?
Why, no, Mr. Open. That wouldn't be ladylike.
Then why did it happen that on the day of the first murder, Miss Hildegard brought out a set of dishes with no candles?
I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you why. Miss Hildegard brought out cups without candles because she knew she was going to find a dead body. And she knew she was going to pretend to be surprised by dropping the dishes. Miss Hildegard Hodge, I arrest you for...
It really was. Mr. Open, I couldn't take Hildegard to jail.
Oh, take me in your car, Mr. Open. Does Mr. Kramer really have to come along?
Oh, Hildegard, you are the lucky one. I'd give anything to ride with Mr. Open in his car.
Oh, please take me in your car.
Let me out of here!
But you got your murder. Why should you have to resign from homicide?
I wouldn't be bragging, but it was a neat bit of deduction if I do say so myself. But the thing of it is now, I've solved the murder, and I won't be going back to that house anymore. Remember what happened last time I started to ignore them? And the other ladies were jealous of Hildegard, don't you see? As I said before, Captain, it's a matter of life and death.
Yes, I see.
To be on the safe side, Captain, I've already told the ladies that you've approved the transfer. Girls, I said, if there's any more murders in this house, you'll have the complete and undivided attention of Mr. Kramer. This is my last case in homicide. As of today, I've been transferred to arson squad.
Hey, Ben, you transferred to arson yet?
I don't know. How about it, Captain? Am I an arson?
You're an arson, Finn. Transfer approved.
Well, I just wanted to make sure, because I just heard on the shortwave. Big fire, old house. Right across the street from your apartment over there.